Okay, we're back.
Oh, what's my hair doing?
Is that on? Yeah,
I think so.
I think it's a button.
Is there a button?
Yeah, no, we're good. 3,265 pounds already raised, and I've just had a text from Mr. McLaughlin from Floor by Ian to say that he's happy to. He's donating 10% of his sales today, which he's £150 coming our way, which is just amazing. Thank you very much, Mr. McLaughlin. Lots of wine coming everyone's way at the end of all of this. Once we're allowed, once that big party that me and Lee were alluding to earlier happens, there'll be a lot of drinking going on, a lot of dancing, partying. Can't wait.
Definitely.
So, Christine, I want to talk. I don't want to go there again because that was and that was great, and it needed conversation, and I'm glad you shared it. But I think from a more practical point of view, I think a lot of people that we know probably would love to run a business with their partner, or do something like this, or build a life where we get to be together every single day.
Yeah.
Even if you regret it sometimes. And what works, what doesn't work. I don't know. Let's be honest and let's speak up as planned.
Let's just dive in.
Yeah. What's the most annoying thing about me?
You want to dive right in?
No, maybe not.
I think the most interesting thing. We won't hold hands anymore, Sarah. It's fine. We're in a different space now. It's all good. Yeah, I think the most interesting thing is that when Alex was still at his corporate job, you used to come home and say to me, this job's just become available. And I'd say, oh, I could do that. And you'd respond saying, no, I couldn't ever work with you. So I think, considering it was you that used to say that, maybe you should say what the most annoying thing about working with me is.
Well, no, you...
Well, it's dangerous, but you could say it.
Well, we haven't worked closely together for a little while, up until recently.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think I like to think, I like to procrastinate on things because it's an important part of the process for me. Us holding hands was on BBC Look East. There you go. Oh, blimey, yeah, because Ollie got that moment, did he?
He did.
Wonderful. So, I think I can probably be quite frustrated. I know I'm frustrating to work with. Anyone who's worked with me I'm happy to say it. I imagine
there's a few of us watching this right now nodding our heads.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm like, I just once I got something in my head, I need to process it. I need to go through it. And I think because you're so practical and you're like so action orientated, like it's always Christine will write the list and then she'll do something that's not on the list and then write on the list just so she can cross it out.
There's something very satisfying about crossing stuff off a list. I
do get that, but there's also something satisfying about mulling on problems and strategizing.
No, I'm very much if something comes up, let's just do it now.
Yeah, you are.
Like there can be a lot of time wasted thinking about things.
Well, yeah,
and I think something that I would just like to point out is that I know that Sarah, actually, perfect timing for your comment. I know that we
What's me? What is annoying?
That we joke about Alex being frustrating to work with, and that's not necessarily a joke. He has some very frustrating tendencies, but I don't think anyone can deny or dispute your brilliance. I think that's something that, oh gosh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Is the head getting bigger?
Right, Steenie's too small.
Yeah, no, I think, yeah, like I say, you've definitely got your quirks, but yeah, you are the one that drives it forward. So we can't hold it against you too much. Yeah, and yes, I did make Cambridge Social Media Day happen.
She definitely made that. That's the thing, right? So I always say when there's a crisis, call Christine because she's awesome in a crisis. I'm okay at reacting. I'll step up, but if I'm put in a room in a crisis, then I'll take over. Like I'm a pain. I'm more of a menace in those situations. Then Christine's quite calm and collective and just deals with it. just like right, you'll get intense with it, but you'll deal with it in that sequential way that enables you to deal with it. Whereas I'm like, try and do. Appreciate the prompt. I got it. Behind every great woman is a great man.
I don't think that's what it says.
No, I'm saying it. And Birdie, you're right, mate. Everyone needs a yellow folder. There's always a bit of a. So if I'm best man if I'm best man for a wedding, then I've always got my folder when I go on a stag. But this is the thing. I've got this. Sometimes I'm good at the front end of projects, and I'm good at the back end of projects. Does that make sense? Like I'm good at the strategy piece, and I'm good at the driving it home, like promo, shout about it, hustle, get it done.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'd say the yellow folder. I mean, I think I'd probably advocate that that's me. I think the organisation of trips is not something that you should. Not something that you should be taking credit for.
Yeah, I had a bit of a bad one last year, didn't
I think we could share that story. I'm not sure everyone knows that story.
Yeah, I lost my passport before we were going on a really nice holiday, and
how close were we to going on that holiday?
The day of.
Yeah.
Well, I probably lost it before the day of.
Oh, you definitely lost it the before that.
Yeah, not good.
No.
So yeah, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that at all. Let's talk about what it's like running a business together and how fulfilling that is and amazing and how much we love it. I think there's something that we do every year that I think is really important. And, we Cliff's up, God, here we go. So I think there's something that we do every year that is really important. And if you listen to the conversation we had this morning, which was intense, and you were really brave for sharing all of that, and I think those moments have forced us into having these sort of conversations with each other now, where we'll spend time and energy almost daily in questioning each other, supporting each other's goals, really trying to push each other, and more in particular every single year. At the end of the year, when we go away with purpose. We're not going away on a jolly. We're going away. We're there to strategize. We're there to think about what we want to achieve, what we want to, individually as a relationship, what we want to change about ourselves. What those goals look like. And the last few years, I think that's probably really kept us sane and together. Probably, I think if we didn't talk, I think we'd be pretty screwed. I think
we would be, definitely. I mean, when did we start it? Was the first time we did it in Amsterdam? Yeah, probably about 4 years ago. I don't know. But yeah, I think it just
when I started reading the books. I got in it's like anyone. So Tony Robbins, who was on earlier, I was Justin. He probably recommended me a few books, and I got a bit deep into it. And I'm so easily influenced. I will soak up information and implement like immediately. I read on average, at least 12 books a year, and now especially with podcasts. I consume thousands of minutes of this content, and I'll hear something. I'm just like, I like that. I'm just going to implement it.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was probably on some like super hyper GC Tony Robbins stuff.
Yeah, it sounds about the right time.
10x it all. Let's go for it. We're going to change.
Definitely
everything.
Sounds about the right time.
I
don't know. I think it just keeps us on the same page. Make sure that we've got some of our own goals, but that we're heading in the same direction as a couple.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, it's not always easy doing everything together, working together and being so close in every aspect of our lives. But
it blends over, doesn't it? Like there's no way you can't separate it. I don't care what anyone says. Anyone who's in business, couples in business, you won't find many that survive it. But when you try to separate, it just doesn't work.
No, and I think, a lot of people will be like you used to think, oh, God, there's no way that we could work together. But I think a lot of people can do it as long as you accept that it's not always going to be easy. And it has to be, whilst, like you say, it's not possible to separate it, you also have to accept that there will be work or business frustrations, and there'll be home frustrations, and they are separate things.
Well,
and
I
you
usually
can
drive both of them.
you do, but you can separate them. And I think what me and you are really good at doing, I'd say it's rare that we have like a full-on screaming match.
We don't fall out.
Yeah,
we don't fall out.
And it's normally we might shout at one of us. We'll probably shout at the other for a few minutes because we're frustrated about something, and we know we can take that frustration out on each other. And one of us might sulk for a little while. I'm probably more prone to sulking than you.
I apologize immediately. I'm like, right, I've done that.
Immediately.
Man.
But I think you'll say little things that will deliberately wind me up because I think you want that reaction. You want to get a bit of frustration out. So you'll say something to deliberately wind me up so that I snap. And then you can blame it on me for snapping.
But that's not just you. I do that to everyone when I'm working.
And to be fair, I never apologise first. So even if you do try and blame it on me, you still end up apologising first. So
that's fine. I accept that.
Yeah, I think we've got that.
So I think there's an interesting dynamic that allows us to just be open with each other and do that. I mean, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to. We're together for the rest of our lives. Why wouldn't I want to spend every day together? Why it doesn't like I don't get it. I don't really understand why we wouldn't want to be. Why wouldn't we do this?
I mean, I don't think it would be for everyone. I think there will be people that do need that.
Yeah,
that separation, because that's the dynamic of their relationship, and I think that's fine. And I think if you're gonna do it, then I'd make sure that you realise quickly if you can or can't do it, and if you feel like it's impacting your relationship, then I guess you need to decide which one's more important to you, the business journey or the relationship. And let's face it, the business journey would probably be pretty awkward if you chose that over the relationship. So. Yeah, I think you'd probably have to realise pretty quickly if it wasn't working for you.
I think this goes for any relationship in business, or life generally. If you don't have the conversation, how many times problems come up in business because they don't have the conversation at the front end, during, and then after. We're talking about business still. Yeah. Then you're not going to get the result. This is great. I love the reaction here because.
It's not you every day.
No, it's not normal. It's not normal. It's absolutely not normal. But I think it's quite cool. I think it allows us to. I like working with family. I like working with family and friends because, for me, I'm just as passionate about Shifties and what we're doing right here and what the work we do through Shift Momentum and the collaborations with Cliff and Cam and everyone else that's involved in the work that we do and we're so fortunate to do. I want to bring everyone into that. I want to bring my whole family, my whole friends. I want everyone involved in that because I'm passionate about it. If they're passionate about it and we can all get on this journey together, then it's even better for everyone, right? Yeah. So we're all here. We've got some hardcore Shifties here, man. Like they've been here since midnight with me, and it's just absolutely phenomenal. And that's family to me. That's what it's all about. So I'm trying to be better at communicating with others involved, aren't I? I'm trying to get better at that because it's very easy to just kind of go for it and you forget and you just kind of something Justin taught me actually, something that he reminds me of quite regularly is sometimes I'll go and I'm like, I'm going this way. We're going. Go. Right, follow me. We're on this thing. I've got this new thing. It's going to be amazing. And then I'll go. And then 2 days later, I'm like, nah, ding, over there. Go. But some people are still coming to terms with going that way. And they haven't realized. So some people love the change and they're like, yeah, go on. Let's go over there. Let's go around here. But and I'm learning a lot about that. Whereas, I think with you, it's easier because you're just like, right, okay, fine. We're so used to change now. I think everything changes every other week.
I am very used to change and I accept it. And I think we both trust in each other to, if one of us is so passionate about doing something, then we'd support the other one doing it. I think there's even times where, considering that we do spend every day together, that I can't keep up with you. No. So other people don't really stand much of a chance.
I don't know what really goes on in there, to be honest.
But the communication is what makes it work, I think.
But sometimes I can't communicate it.
No, that's annoying.
Sometimes I can't actually, I can see it, but I can't get it out. That's why I need whiteboards in my life, lots of them. Loads of whiteboards required, because I just need to break it down. I ask the questions that allow you to break it down. And I get frustrated. So, why don't you ask me questions? I get frustrated when people don't ask questions. I'm like, well, okay, cool. So you've got a problem, but what? Talk to me. Ask me something. Ask me more detail. I don't know. But yeah, well, I'm glad we're getting some. So I'm getting lots of support here. Yeah, thanks. Great.
I mean, I actually know that that thing that we do each year, where we kind of look at our own goals and then align them to our goals as a couple. I know that Emma and David actually do the same thing, and they tie in family goals and all sorts of things.
I think it's amazing. I think everyone should do it.
I think even if you're not in business together, I think just to check in once a year with your partner.
It hasn't got to be this. You haven't got to have these like super ambitious goals. Ours are really simple. This year, it's just be active. Our goal for this year is to be active.
Yeah, and
that's be active in our community, be active in our physical and mental well-being. It's being active in the work we do. It's be active as we listen. It's just that's our goal for the year, isn't it? It's just we want to be active. Before it was, probably 2-3 years ago, it was like financial freedom and things like that, which we've realized very quickly. You've realized, I think a lot of people have realized during COVID that, quite frankly, that freedom doesn't quite exist as we wished it would. We can't get up and go anywhere now. We're kind of stuck here. So I think we've become a bit more. I think we're a bit more connected with the community. I think the last years, has embedded, these guys and shifties in our life, and they're kind of stuck with us now. We're stuck with them. It's awesome. I love it. Let's see, Luke. He's up at 6:30 this morning, man. Yes.
Yeah, I actually do. Luke did, which would have been quite a funny thing had we have thought about it sooner. Luke did say about some prepping some Mr. and Mrs. questions.
Oh no, don't do that.
I do think if anyone's got a question, then I think you should probably chuck it in there.
I'm almost incoherent. I can't think straight right now.
Well, no, you're all right.
Oh.
We've had about the same amount of sleep. You've just been doing more than I have during the day.
Give me some of that. Right. So it'd be interesting to know other people's thoughts, and but I do think it is just something that's really important, that we have goals for our growth, and it's not, like I said, it hasn't got to be super ambitious. It can just be simple. Keep it nice and simple. It's the 1% thing, right? It's what Jamie was saying. It's what Justin was saying. It's what David was saying. I could list so many people that have come on today and shared so openly. And it's all about 1%. It's get through today. It's a little change. I'm moving in the right direction. It's leaning forward. It's that element of life that's so important, I think.
Definitely. Yeah, I'd completely agree with that.
I should probably create a spreadsheet for our. Do I have a? No, I ain't got a spreadsheet for it, have I?
Spreadsheet for what?
For our goals for the year. I think I've just got it on a piece of paper.
I think we'll just write them in a pad.
Well, the cold shower was in that. That was one of our things. The cold shower into the routine. I can tell you now, we failed like 5 out of 7 of the things. So don't like
really, well, day one of 2021.
I mean, we did come out of our little bubble that we kind of escaped from. We had a digital detox. The first time in, I think, probably my lifetime, I've left my phone anywhere. I've just left it behind. I just gone.
I mean, to be fair, you never used to be. I think obviously it's the past couple of years that you've been a little bit more. I'll say a little bit more. That you've been on your phone a lot, but that's because that's where it is. Yeah,
business requires it. I personally don't have much. I have a great relationship with social media. I love business. I love anything social impact related, anything economic. Like I love business. I like to talk about it. I get intrigued by it. I'm really fascinated by the impact that it can make in people's lives and the impact that organizations can make in society when they collaborate. That fascinates me. That gets me so excited. Brian, look, right. You're getting in trouble, man.
And they're daily things, Sarah. Can you set up recurring daily tasks in To Do? I bet you can.
To Do? Oh, it's
Microsoft To Do. Oh,
you like that one, don't it? It dings, so they know they've done the task. That's better than the crossing it off, is it?
Yeah, the crossing off doesn't make a noise.
No, right.
But it does actually cross it off on the list on To Do. So kind of the best of both worlds.
Brilliant. Well, look, thanks for sharing. Mr. and Mrs. question. There's a spider in the house who has to deal with it. That's definitely me.
Yeah, but I've got an interesting story about that. So when we used to live with Alex's mum, so bearing in mind, Alex used to have a pet tarantula, which was before...
It's called Fifi.
Yeah, before we were together. There's absolutely no way that I'd be sat here right now if he still had that tarantula. But when we lived with his mum, if there was a spider in the house, he'd get it, do the whole glass and paper trick, and then just leave it on the side in the utility room for his mum to deal with in the morning.
Mum likes to take him outside, and it's fine. So Mum was the man in the house for sure.
She was.
I don't.
She was.
Anyone knows me, I can't hang a picture. I mean, this one here is always falling off. That's the one picture I have hung that goes with me, but that's the only thing I can do. And the whiteboards are wonky. I did them,
I mean, Alex shouldn't do any DIY. But yes, if there is a spider, Alex will reluctantly deal with it.
Yeah. Brown or red sauce and bacon sunny. I'm neither.
Brown.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. How's it going?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's a bit cold, actually. I don't know why it's got cold.
Well, yeah, I know. It's weird, man. It's weird. Fifi was savage.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, yeah.
I'm so excited for the next couple of guests. Like this next one, Mr. Kersop, Mike Kersop. If you don't know who Mike Kersop is, you're about to find out. He is he's just the most inspirational man. He's been through crazy amount of change, and we need to embrace a more openness like Mike's shown for a while. Let's do that. So while we wait for Mike to jump on, I'm going to cut to an ad break. Now, just what I want you to know, we've got, right, come on, look, where are we now? We've got 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours. We're at £3,265. I'd love to get to 4,000 by the end of this. I would absolutely just love to get to £4,000 by the end of this. So keep sharing, keep commenting, put it out there. Let's get more people watching. It's for an amazing cause. That's literally saving people's lives. That money is going to save someone's life, and that is like crucial right now.